Hi everyone, it's Nadia. Today we are going to be making this lovely bonnet, this baby bonnet that's going to fit a baby that's up to 3 months old. It could maybe fit up to 6 months old. It looks a little big, but if you use a smaller size hook or a bigger size hook, you can make a bigger or smaller bonnet. The supplies we need today are this Red Heart Super Saver yarn. I'm using a jumbo roll, but obviously I didn't use a whole lot, so you don't have to use even a full skein. If you even have scraps, you can use scraps. And you can use something equivalent to Red Heart Super Saver, which is worsted weight yarn, size medium 4. I'm using the color Aran today, but you can use whatever color you wish to use. I'm also using ribbon around the front here. So the ribbon I am using is this brand here. I bought it at the craft shop, and I used it in purple. This is 5/8 inch, so make sure 15 millimeters. If you wish to get something similar, you can also do this in any color, or get this in any color that you want. Mine is in purple. And the hook size we are going to use today is an I size hook, which is 5.5 millimeters, but like I said, you can use a bigger or smaller hook to make bigger or smaller bonnets. We are going to need a yarn needle as well to sew in our ends and to sew in this ribbon, and a scissors as well for cutting our stragglers. So those are all the supplies we need. Make sure to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube, and check out the links in the description. I'll have the pattern, the written pattern for this, on my website, so I'll link it there. And then I'll also have the links to my Facebook, so you can go join our Facebook, YARNutopia by Nadia Fuad, and share your work on our Facebook. If you make this bonnet, I'd love to see what colors you use and if you do anything differently. So make sure to share your work there. But without further ado, let's just get started. Alright, to start out, we have to make a slip knot. So take your short end and put it over the top of your long end, and then fold that down and pull that string through and pull tight. That's a slip knot. Insert your hook and pull tight. There we go. So now to start off, we have to chain 2. So yarn over and pull through 1 and 2. And now in the second chain from the hook, we have to put 9 half double crochets. So the loop that's on your hook never counts as anything, so you count 1 and 2. So then yarn over, go into that chain, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Okay, that's a half double crochet. So now make 8 more in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see that I'm kind of working in a circular form now. 6, 7, 8, and 9. So you should have a total of 9 half double crochets on this round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And now we have to slip stitch to the beginning half double crochet of this round. So count back 9, insert your hook right in there, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Alright, so that's round number 1. Going on to round number 2, we need to chain up 1, so yarn over and pull through. And now we're going to be working in the back loops only. So I'll show you where the back loops are. We normally work through both loops like this, underneath both. And you see here there's one line here and one line here. This is the front loop, and we are only going to be working through the back loops. So we're going to insert our hook right in between the two and work in the back loops only for this circle part of the project. Okay? Just like this. So I'll show you. And we also, in round 2, we have to put 2 half double crochets into each stitch around. So yarn over, go into the back loop only of this first stitch here, which is where we connected and chained up 1. So it's right here. And we're going to put 2 half double crochets around that back loop only. Just like that. 1 and 2. Now going into the next stitch, back loop only, yarn over, go into that stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Do that again right in that same spot for 2 half double crochets. Now just put 2 half double crochets into each stitch around in the back loop only, and at the end of this round you should have 18 half double crochets. So I'll just meet you up when I have my 18 half double crochets in the back loop only. This is what it looks like so far. I have 18 half double crochets. Now if you have to count back to your first half double crochet, and you can go under both loops now like this and make a slip stitch. Okay, just like that. Okay, with that working in the back loop only, it creates this rib look, this line here, and that's how it will look on the whole back of this project. So you'll see here we're going to go on to round number 3, chain up 1, so yarn over and pull through. And again, we're working in the back loops only, so we're going to work in this first stitch right here where we just chained up 1. We're going to put 2 half double crochets in this first stitch, so 1 and 2, and then put 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. Again, back loop only. Okay, so then repeat, so put 2 half double crochets in the next stitch, and then 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. Then 2 half double crochets in the next stitch, and then 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. So you kind of get that pattern now. Just work in the back loops only, and just put the 2 half double crochets in one stitch and then 1 half double crochet in the next stitch, and just repeat that all the way around. At the end of this round you'll have 27 half double crochets. So I'll meet you up and we'll go on to round number 4 together. Alright, I just finished round number 3, so now we have the slip stitch to the beginning half double crochet of this round. I just go under both loops now, front and back, and yarn over and pull through and through. If you have to count back to your 27th, your very first half double crochet, you can do so. Just make sure there's 27 on this round. And again, you can see that this ribbing look is turning out like this. Okay, so now going on to round number 4, we're going to chain 1. Again, back loops only. So put 2 half double crochets in this first one here where we just connected and chained up 1. We're going to put 2 half double crochets in that one, 1 and 2, and then we're going to put 1 half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Back loops only. So 1 and 2. Okay, so we put 2 half double crochets in the first stitch, 1 half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. We have to repeat that around, so put 2 half double crochets in the next stitch, and then 1 half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Okay, 2 in that one, 1 in the next 2, and then repeat. So put 2 half double crochets in the next stitch, and then 1 half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Okay, so you get that pattern down now, so you can do this on your own. Oh my goodness. While I have my issues here, there we go. So put 2 half double crochets in the next stitch, and then 1 half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. At the end of this round, you should have 36 half double crochets, so I'll meet you up when I have done that. Alright, I just finished round number 4, and I just need to slip stitch to the first half double crochet of this round. If you have to count back 36 stitches to get to your first one, you can do that. Yarn over, pull through, and through. So that's a slip stitch. Okay, this is what it looks like so far. We're going to go on to round number 5. So yarn over, pull through, that's a chain 1. And now we're going to put 2 half double crochets in this first stitch here, and then 1 half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. Okay, so put 2 half double crochets in this first stitch. Again, we're only working in the back loops only. I want to keep reminding you so we get this nice ribbed look. So 2 half double crochets in the first stitch, 1 half double crochet in the next 3 stitches, then 2 half double crochet in the next stitch, and then 1 half double crochet in the next 3 stitches, then 2 half double crochet in the next stitch, and 1 half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So just repeat that all the way around. At the end of this round you'll have 45 half double crochets. So I'll meet you up when we go on to round 6 together. Alright, so I just finished round 5 and we have to slip stitch to the beginning. If you have to count back 45 stitches, you can do that. Just slip stitch to the beginning here. Remember, when we slip stitch, you can go underneath both of the loops. That's totally fine. And yarn over, pull through, and through. Okay. Now, round 6 is our last increase round for this to fit a 0 to 3 month old baby, a newborn. So chain up 1, and then we're going to put 2 single crochet in the first stitch and then 1 single crochet in the next 4 stitches. So yarn over, go into this first stitch here for 2 half double crochets, and then put 1 half double crochet in each of the next 4 stitches. And remember to go into the back loops only, so it makes that rib look. And then repeat, so put 2 half double crochets in the next stitch, and then 1 half double crochet in the next 4 stitches. And then again, put 2 half double crochets in the next stitch, and then 1 half double crochet in the next 4 stitches. And at the end of this round you should have 54 half double crochets, and after this round we will be working in rows now. So I'll show you how to do that once I finish this round. Alright, so I just finished round 6 and this is what it looks like so far. So now I'm going to slip stitch to the beginning right here. Just go underneath both loops, yarn over, pull through, and through. So now we are done increasing. Now this is the back of the bonnet, and we are now going to be working in rows. So this is a repeat row, row 1 of the sides. We will chain up 1, and then half double crochet, just put 1 half double crochet in each of the next 50 stitches. So yarn over, and we're working in the back loops only on row 1 of this, but then in row 2 we're going to work in the front loops, so I'll show you how to do that. But for now, just work in the back loops only and make 1 half double crochet in the next 50 stitches, just like this. So no more increasing, just 1 half double crochet in each stitch. And we're just doing the first 50 stitches. We're going to leave the last 4 stitches unworked, and we are going to then go on to row 2, which is also a repeat row. So row 1 is a repeat row, and row 2 of the side, this is of the sides. And you'll see that also in the written pattern where it shows row 1 of the sides, row 2 of the sides, and those are your repeat rows. So this is a repeat row, working in the back loop only, working just like this in the first 50 stitches, leaving the last 4 unworked. So I'm just going to do that, and I'll meet you up when we go on to row 2. Alright, so I've half double crocheted in the first 50 stitches, leaving these last 4 stitches unworked. Now we're going to chain 1 and turn our work so we're looking at the inside of the bonnet like this. And now we're going to work in half double crochets all the way across, but we're working in the front loop only now. So this is what it looks like. And you can see here there's this rib here, and then there's our stitch. Okay, so if you look at this top here, there's our stitch. This is the front loop and this is the back loop. We're only working up into this front loop here. Okay, not this one down here, not this one, just right above that is our front loop. Okay, so you'll see right here, I'm going to yarn over, go into this first stitch right here, front loop only. So if you can see that, I just went through the front loop only, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Yarn over, go into this next stitch, front loop only for a half double crochet. Then this one, front loop only, half double crochet. So it may be a little tricky at first, but once you get the hang of it, that is row 2 of the sides of the bonnet, and we're just going to half double crochet across all 50 of these stitches. And then for row 3 we're going to chain 1 and half double crochet across working in the back loops only. That's repeating row 1. So just repeat rows 1 and 2, and now row 2 is working in the front loops only. So you're either working in the back loops only and then the front loops only. Okay, alternating rows. And do that until this piece measures about 4.5 inches. And I'll let you know how many rows that is once I get there. So I'll meet you up when I have done, I think it's about 8 or 9 rows, but I will confirm that once I finish this up. Okay, so I'm just finishing up row 2, and I just wanted to show you how to go on to row 3, even though it is a repeat of row 1. But so just work your last stitch like this. Okay, then chain up 1, turn your work so you're looking at the outside of the hat or the bonnet, like that. And now working yarn over and go into the back loops only. Okay, so just that back loop. So in between those two, right in there. Okay, so that's a repeat of row 1. We're just going to do repeats of row 1 and 2 until this measures, I said 4.5 inches, but just do 4 inches. And then, because we still have to make a scalloped edge, so just do 4 inches, or even a little under 4 inches. Make it so it measures from this back, so you fold this in half, so these 2 bottom corners match up, and this back here measures, and you can measure it from front, oh, not that much, like here, from right above that top part. So the top part measures about 4 inches, so I have a few more rows to go. On my pattern it says to do 9 rows, so I would do about 8 or 9 rows, and whatever you feel would fit the head of a baby. That really doesn't matter, I guess. So whatever you feel like what will measure that'll fit the baby, and then just repeat these 2 rows, and I'll meet you up then when we do the scalloped edge together. Alright, so I just finished. You want to, actually I kind of screwed up telling you before, you want to measure from where you started the sides to the end, as that's where it has to be the 4 inches. So I just measured it, and it comes out a little bit more, like 4.5 for me. So I did 8 rows. I said to do 9, but you should probably just do 8. Or if you have a tighter gauge or a tighter tension, you could just do 7 rows. So make sure that it measures 4 inches from where you started the rows, the sides, to the front here. That should be the 4 inches. Okay, so I did 8 rows. This is what it looks like so far. So now we're just going to do the scalloped edge, and that's fairly easy. I'll show you how to do that. So you want to end on a row 2 repeat where you work in the front loops only and you're looking at the inside of the bonnet. So end on a row 2 repeat, and then, so it would have to be an even row, so row 8, I guess. So chain 1, turn your work. So now we're looking at the outside of the bonnet. Single crochet into this first stitch here. We're going to work in both loops now, so work underneath both of the loops. Okay, we're not working just in the front or the back loop, we're working in both of them. Make a single crochet in the first stitch, just like that. Skip the next 2 stitches and make 5 double crochet, so yarn over, 5 double crochet in the next stitch. So skip 2 stitches, go into the next stitch for 5 double crochet. And a double crochet is yarn over, go into the stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, so make 5 of them all in that same stitch. Okay, 5. Then skip 2 stitches and work 1 single crochet in the next stitch. Okay, then skip 2 stitches and work 5 double crochets in the next stitch. 3, 4, 5. Then skip 2 stitches and work a single crochet in the next stitch. Then repeat that all the way across. So skip 2 stitches, put your 5 double crochets in the next stitch, then skip 2 stitches, single crochet in the next stitch, and then just repeat. So repeat that all the way across, and I'll meet you up when we're about to fasten off. Alright, so I'm just finishing up here. You should single crochet in the last stitch. Now if you have, the 3 stitches, which I do here, that's great. If you have an extra stitch, just single crochet in the very last stitch. Okay, then to fasten off, we're going to chain 1, cut our yarn, and pull all the way through. Now we're going to sew in our end, and I'll show you how I usually do sew in mine. I look at the inside here and I just go underneath some stitches. And I go in between underneath them. So I'm not going through, I'm just going underneath. Okay? And I just go as far as my needle will go, and I pull it all the way through. And then I stretch my work out so it's hidden all the way behind. Then if a little tiny straggler is poking out, I just cut my little straggler there and it's all hidden. Okay, I'll show you one more time. We have this middle piece here from the beginning. So on this one I'm going to work it underneath these stitches in this circle. Okay, and then cut that. Alright, so this is our bonnet and what it looks like so far, like this. Okay, so now we just have to make the tassels, and then we'll put our ribbon on it. So for the tassels, what we are going to do is make a slip knot. Okay, and now we're going to attach this on this round, or on this row here. So the row that we finished, the repeat of row 2, not the shell row, but this row here. Okay, and we're just going to insert our hook from the front to the inside, just around the very last stitch. Okay, and we're going to slip stitch by yarning over, pulling through, so now we're secure. And now we are going to chain something that is about, I would say, 8 to 10 inches. So I'm going to chain and then I'll let you know how many chains I make. Alright, so I chained 30 with my eye hook, so you can see that here. And now we have to go back. So actually chain 31 because we're going to skip that. So chain 31, and now looking at your chain, looking at it from the back side, so you can see here, we usually look at it this way, but I'm actually going to turn this toward me and look at these back ridges here. So I'm going to work in these back ridges. Now we're in the second chain from the hook, so the loop that's not on the that's on the hook never counts as anything, and that's why I said chain 31, because we're going to skip this first chain and go right into this next chain here and go in there. Okay, and then just slip stitch. So yarn over, pull through and through, but you don't want to make a tight slip stitch, just make them loose. So go into the next chain, yarn over, pull through and through. Okay, next chain, pull through and through, next chain, yarn over, pull through and through, just like this, all the way up this chain. So I'm just going to continue working like this, and then I'll meet you back up when I'm closer to the top of this chain, and I'll show you how to fasten this off. Alright, so I'm coming back up to the beginning here, so I'm just making my last 2 slip stitches. Okay, and now to fasten off, we are going to go from the outside of the hat, so underneath here. So this is the outside of the hat. We're going underneath here, around that post that we attached to in the beginning, and we're going to slip stitch around that. But this slip stitch is going to be pulled tight. Then we're going to chain 1, because I usually just chain 1 to fasten off, and then cut our yarn and pull that through and pull tight. Okay, so that's around there, and now we just have to sew in our ends, and I just sew them in just into the bonnet underneath some stitches. And some people like to sew it you know, going back and forth, so going underneath a few stitches like this and then pulling it through and then going back into those stitches. And a third time, just to secure that. Okay, and that's on the inside of the bonnet. So sew in your other straggler, and then repeat this process for the other side here, working it on this first row here, right at this point. So I will meet you back up when I have my other tassel all secure, and then we will add the ribbon. Alright, so this is what we have so far. I just attached my other side, my other tassel here, so this is what we have. You could finish it off here, add some embellishment, but I do want to add an embellishment. I do want to add a ribbon across this front part here. But you can add, you know, flowers, bows, whatever you'd like, lace or whatever. I'm going to use this ribbon here, and this is 5/8 inch. So I got this at the craft shop. It's just a 5/8 inch ribbon, satin purple. So don't cut any, just let it come off your spool and then go from one side. Actually, yarn your needle there, or ribbon your needle, I guess. And then we're going to go on this stitch right here, this row here, where we attach the tassel, is where we're going to go in. And we're going to go in from the outside first, and we're going to go into this first stitch. So we're just going to go right around this first stitch. Then we're going to skip 3 stitches and go around the next stitch. Okay, and then skip 3 stitches and go around, whoops, the next stitch. Okay, and just do that then all the way across, so skip 3 stitches, go around the next, skip 3 stitches, and around the next, just like that. And then we will straighten this out once we finish. And you want your tassel, or your end, to be as long as this tassel. So I'll get to that point and I will meet you back up and I'll show you the next step. Okay, so I just pulled this all the way through, and you want it to be just a little bit longer than your tassel here. So I just have it like a couple inches longer. And I've been starting to already straighten this out. It's gonna look like this, like crap. And now we're just going to straighten this out so the satin part is showing. And you kind of want to billow it out just a little bit so you can see more of the ribbon, like that. Okay, so you want it to be kind of even all the way across. So I'm going to work on that by straightening this out, and I'll meet you up then to cut our ribbon and to finish this project. Alright, so I just straightened out my satin here, my ribbon, just trying to make it so it is flat and not so curled, and the back side is not showing, and it is puffed up so you can see that it is ribbon. This is what the front looks like. Okay, so now I'm folding this in half and putting my strands, my tassels, down. And I'm going to cut my ribbon, but I want it to be even on both sides. Okay, and you can cut it like how I did, just like this, or you can cut it in the whole, you know, bow type, or how they usually do it. I don't know how they do it, like with the V in the middle, but I just do it this way. Much easier for me. Just like that. Okay, and there you have it. There's our bonnet. So we're all done. You could add, you know, a little flower here or some type of other embellishment, but I think I like it just like this. So thank you so much for watching and learning how to make this beautiful bonnet. Please subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. Make sure to like and favorite this video if you learned something. Share your work on our Facebook. I'll put the link to our Facebook in the description of this video, facebook.com/YARNutopia by Nadia Fuad. And you know, I'll put all the links to my website where the pattern will be available, and yeah, so you'll see all the links, all the information in the description of this video. So thanks so much for watching. I also want to thank our videographer and editor of this video, Fuad, Azmat, for taking the time out to do this with us. So thank you, and thanks for watching. Happy hooking!